welcome back. This is Jack. I've played a few hours in Remnant 2, and I've honestly had a lot of fun. And if you're like me and like to have these really powerful weapon mods that you want to just use in combat but hate that little cooldown, this is a combo of different items that is for you. Let's start with the relic, because this one is insane. The Reprocessed Heart at first looks like it's going to be a very bad relic, because not only does it not give you health, it takes health from you. It converts your health into gray health at a rate of 5 per second for 25 seconds. So effectively, you're losing 125 health during the middle of a fight for 25 seconds. But in return, you get 40 mod power during that whole duration. So effectively, you're getting 1,000 mod power for activating it. It's just over that duration. For those who don't know, gray health is when you lose health and you have that little pip of health there. That can be regened over time, but usually it's really slow and not worth it. But there are ways around this. First, there is a trait that gives you 3 gray health regen per second. So instead of being 5 health per second loss, it becomes 2 health per second loss, which is still health lost. But then you're going to regen that health anyway. So if you do nothing else, just having that trait maxed out means that you will eventually get that gray health you lost back anyway, and you will lose it at a reduced rate. If that's not good enough for you, the Dread Font is a good answer to this, because it gives you an additional +2. Meaning, not only are you not going to be losing health at all when you use this relic, but anytime you're in combat and have gray health, you will continue to regain that much more rapidly, which effectively gives you a buffer, a really interesting buffer. So you get hit for 25, let's say 10 of that is gray health, you got the 10 back in a couple seconds. In fact, 2. But you're looking at me, Jack, wait a minute, that means I still don't have a relic to get me my health back. Still ways around this. The first and obvious answer is just use the Nightfall. Although it has been nerfed as of this recording, it is still insanely powerful. So there's your health regen just from that, and it comes from a weapon mod, and your relic helps you spam weapon mods. However, I'm not a fan of that weapon. I actually used it throughout the whole campaign, and it just exhausted me. Like, literally exhausted me. I used the Merciless instead because of an interesting combo. 1, it's a full auto, so I just can hold the button and shoot in a direction. But 2, if a target gets shot enough, they eventually start bleeding. Bleed doing additional damage is already nice by itself. However, there is a ring called the Blood-Tinged Ring. What that does is, when somebody is bleeding near you within 30 meters, you start regaining health at a rate of 2 per second. Just fighting things, you'll constantly give health. And then on top of all this, there is a trait that straight up gives you lifesteal. As you're laying into things, you're causing them to bleed, so additional damage, you're getting lifesteal, and you're getting health regen because they're bleeding. There are other ways to additionally add bleed. As an easy example, the Blood Jewel charged melee does a lot of bleed damage, and there you go. And since you're already playing with your gray health anyway, there is an even scarier combo. You can add in the Ring of Deflection. The Ring of Deflection gives you a 20% chance to turn the health that damage you would have taken into pure gray health, which once again, that means it kicks over into the gray health regen of 5%, stacking on top of the any other regen things you're doing like lifesteal and whatever. There's also the Burden of the Warlock. What this ring does is it makes it so that every time you use a mod, 15% of your health is turned into gray health, which once we've already done the regen stuff from that. But you're like, what's the benefit? It reduces the cost of all your mods by 15%. A lot of information being thrown at you, but basically you can take advantage of the fact that you are going to take gray health anyway and have built up around regen around it. So that means I can use my favorite weapon, the Star Shot, a lot more frequently and not worry about the repercussions of getting gray health. In fact, it actually kind of helps me a lot. This is just some of the stuff off the top of my head I've kind of ran into while doing this. There's probably a lot more people who have found a lot smarter ways to take advantage of this combo. So have fun with it. I'm a YouTuber, you know what you're supposed to do here.